Well, welcome everybody. We are excited to get started. We have a very exciting announcement to make today. I want to begin by thanking the City of Trinidad, Mayor Rico, the Nature Conservancy, the Trust for Public Land, Great Outdoors Colorado, and Parks and Wildlife. You'll be hearing from some more folks later. I also want to acknowledge we have Senator Leroy Garcia, our Senate President, is with us here. Representative Danea Escar is with us from Pueblo, and Senator Larry Crowder is here, whose district we are in. Senator Crowder. We also have representatives from Senator Gardner's office. You know, one of the things that we enjoy most about living in Colorado is the opportunity to spend time in our great outdoors. And I know how frustrating it must have been, Mayor Rico, for Trinidad residents for generations to gaze up at an area that they couldn't get to. And we are proud to announce today that Colorado will be opening our 42nd state park at Fisher's Peak and Crazy French Ranch. Colorado has 41 state parks. I want to also highlight that visitation and interest in our state park system has increased substantially over the last several years. 5 years ago in 2013, we had 11.9 million visitor days in our state parks. Last year, that number went up to over 15 million visitor days. So in 5 years, about a 35% increase in visitation. So we are really interested in a direction through Parks and Wildlife at identifying and opening new recreational opportunities and enhancing and improving some of the existing state parks that need more capacity. But here at Fisher's Peak, this is going to be one of the crown gems of our state park system, an iconic landmark in southern Colorado, the highest peak east of Highway 25 at 9,600 feet above sea level. And until now, the only access to much of this area was through New Mexico. I also want to highlight how, from a habitat perspective, this connects several existing adjacent wilderness areas into an area that's over 55 square miles of connected habitat supporting our elk and our mule deer and our other wildlife populations. So we're incredibly excited about that opportunity to link the habitat across New Mexico and across Colorado. Adjacent to here, we have the James John State Wildlife Area, 8,200 acres, Lake Dorothy State Wildlife Area, 4,500 acres, and in the Sugar Eye Canyon State Park in New Mexico, 3,600 areas. Adding to that, the over 19,000 acres of this new state park, which will be the second largest state park in our entire state park system. In addition to the benefit for residents of Los Animas County who will be able to enjoy beautiful wild areas in their own backyard for camping and hiking and rock climbing and fishing, in addition to the habitat, this is also very important for the economy of southern Colorado. We feel that as one of the crown gems of our state park system, this will attract visitors to the Trinidad community, the Los Animas County community, who will spend money in local stores, stay in local hotels. Very easy day access from some of our large cities like Pueblo and Colorado Springs, about an hour 20 from Colorado Springs. You know, Danea drives fast, probably made it in an hour. And 2 hours from Colorado Springs, or an hour 50. So great access from our major metropolitan centers. We want to highlight that educational component, kids in schools being able to take field trips and participate in one of our most iconic outdoor experiences here in southern Colorado. Here in Colorado, we truly love our public land. Not just for our own use and enjoyment, but also for the economic benefit it brings, the tourism and the recreation dollars, whether it's people from New Mexico coming up or people from Texas and California and New York coming to spend time in beautiful Colorado with their families and being able to invest in our local economies. This new park will give folks the opportunity to access this amazing area from Trinidad. It'll boost local businesses and jobs here in southern Colorado. And we're looking forward to working with Parks and Wildlife to work with our local partners in our communities to plan the future of the land as a state park, to plan out the trails and the parking and the visitors booth. We expect in the executive order that I'll be signing in a few moments that the area will have the improvements in place and be open to public visitation by January of 2021. And we're aiming to do that even sooner. So we're hoping for late fall, early winter of 2020. So late next year, approximately a year from now, a year and a month, a year and 2 months, we hope to be able to have an even bigger celebration for a ribbon cutting here instead of just an executive order signing. I want to thank everybody for their great participation. Our next speaker is our regional Parks and Wildlife manager, who's also played a big role in helping to get this opportunity to the point where I can sign the executive order. It's my honor to introduce Brett Ackerman.
Thank you, Mr. Governor. And first and foremost, of course, we'd like to thank the governor and his administration for their tireless commitment to preserve wild things and wild places. Thank you, Mr. Governor. As the governor mentioned, the addition of this property includes, it creates contiguous acreage to over 55 square miles of land. And I did a few calculations, and that's just about twice the size of the island of Manhattan. And so that's a large piece of contiguous property. As far as you can see to town that way, as far as you can see that way to the New Mexico border, as far as you can see up over the hill there, this is what landscape scale conservation looks like. It took a lot of partners to get here, and many of you have participated in this tremendous lift. We'll hear from some of those partners today, and I believe right after me, our next partner is Mayor Phil Rico, the Mayor of Trinidad.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to this wonderful day, a beautiful day here in southern Colorado. Governor, I don't know who picked this day, but could have picked a better day than this. So thanks for doing that. On behalf of the citizens of Trinidad, Los Animas County, I wanted to thank you for the interest that you are showing for this property and recreation opportunities that abound in not only in this area, but abound throughout the state of Colorado. This day is something that I personally have wanted to see for many, many, many years. I know that several citizens in the city of Trinidad have wanted to see the same thing, but like the governor was saying, it's always been off limits because it has been in the hands of private ownership up until now. In 2017, this process began, and from there we have developed tremendous partnerships, and there are 5 partners in this. The City of Trinidad, Trust for Public Lands, the Nature Conservancy, Colorado Parks and Wildlife, and GOCO Colorado. They have been so wonderful to work with. I have never worked with such a group of people that have gelled together to make something happen with a common interest. So it's been to me it's been very exciting. And the opportunities that we have here are going to be great for all of us included. So thank you for coming. And like the governor says, hopefully in the next 12 to 18 months, maybe we'll have a bigger opening for this property. So thanks again for coming. And Governor, thank you for your interest.
Thank you.
And I believe next we have Warren Dean from GOCO. Backside. Here you are. Thank you.
I threw away the sling.
Good afternoon. I'm Warren Dean. I'm a board member of Great Outdoors Colorado, or what's otherwise known as GOCO. Great to be here today. I'll be very short. The key to what we're seeing happen is that this project preserves and enhances a great piece of outdoor heritage. And it really sort of epitomizes what GOCO is all about. And it unites our land, our people, conservation organizations, and you couldn't have a better word than to hear what I heard quite a few times, that this is our effort. It's not just GOCO, it's not just the Nature Conservancy, it's not just Trust for Public Land. It's not just CPW, it's not just the City of Trinidad, it's everybody working together, which is huge. And the accolades are coming out big from all the participants. And, this is a big project. It's a huge project. It's how many? 50, twice the size of Manhattan project. And, there are two, main pillars. One of it is planning and conservation, and that process is well underway, and it's proceeding at an unprecedented scale. And the other is the public access, which is proceeding at the exact same rate. And the two are planned to be coexistent, and it looks by every measure that it will be, which is fantastic. This has been called one of the better planned projects within the state, and hopefully it'll become the project which will show other future projects how it can all be done. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the participants, because it takes this whole group standing. There are more people behind me than there are in front.
And our final two speakers before turning it back over to the governor will be Carlos Fernandez from the Nature Conservancy, followed by Jim Peterson from the Trust for Public Land.
Thank you very much, Brad. Thank you, Governor, very, very much for this very important announcement. Thank you, Mayor Rico. You and Greg and the City of Trinidad have done an amazing job from the very beginning of really pay attention to this. On behalf of the Nature Conservancy, we're really excited to have been a key part of making this happen, and a key partner to work with the Dos Colorado, CPW, the City of Trinidad, and DNR. We don't have an opportunity every day to come and do this amazing conservation project, coupled with an amazing outdoor recreation opportunity, and both of them together provide rural economic development to Trinidad, Las Animas County, and Colorado as a model for the West. And so today is a very, very special day. We're deeply honored to be able to be here. We're deeply honored to partner with these amazing partners. We thank you, Governor, once again for have done this in a very short period of time and audacious time. I will look forward to working together in the implementation of this for months and years to come. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Jim Peterson with the Trust for Public Land. It's rare for organizations like ours to have the opportunity to work with such an impassioned local community as that is Trinidad. When we first started talking to this community with our partners at GOCO, CPW, and the Nature Conservancy, we sat down and listened to over 300 residents of Trinidad, including about 100 school kids, and really heard firsthand from the community how important this place is and how that iconic mountain, how important that is to the identity of the city. And to hear that kind of passion about landscape scale conservation, and hearing that desire to have that close to home place, to get outside, to hike, to hunt, to climb, to ride, and simply to explore in their own backyards is so heartwarming for all of us. And to hear the enthusiasm that we get from our governor and from DNR Director Gibbs, from the head of Colorado Parks and Wildlife, Dan Prenslow, who couldn't be here, and the whole team at CPW is just remarkable. And I think it matches the passion that we're hearing from the community. So this really is the community's project, and it is one that not only will benefit this community, but it will benefit all Coloradans and visitors to our great state. So I want to say a personal note of thanks to Mayor Phil Rico and to the Trinidad City Council, because it is their passion and their vision that we are standing here today helping to fulfill. So congratulations, Mayor. We are making tremendous progress in council. Well done for everyone. So thank you all for the opportunity to be part of this project. The Trust for Public Land is built to create parks and protect land, and this is something that's at a scale that we rarely get to do. So thank you all. And now I have the opportunity to introduce Department of Natural Resources Director Dan Gibbs.
Great. Thank you, Jim, and thanks so much for everyone for being here. On our way over, just a few minutes ago, I was with the governor. We had an amazing bird's eye view of the property, and I have to tell you, I cannot wait to come back here to spend some time with my family, to do some hiking, do some mountain biking, and just really try to experience these 19,200 acre lands that we have right in back of us. Absolutely spectacular. And a lot of folks have been working really hard on this over the last few years, but in particular, I want to thank a few folks. Dan Prinsloo, Director of Parks and Wildlife, he couldn't be here today. Brett Ackerman, thank you so much, you and your staff. Let's give Brett a round of applause, all your great work. Great Outdoors Colorado, the Nature Conservancy, Trust for Public Land, the City of Trinidad, Los Animas County Commissioners, my staff, Doug Vilsack, Chris Aaron as well, thank you so much. And then the last but not least, Jim Vigil. Let's recognize CPW Commissioner Jim Vigil. Thank you. It's been really wonderful to work on this project and really hear how much this land means to so many people here locally. I had a really good time talking to Los Animas County Commissioner Tony Haas yesterday, hearing about the stories when he worked on this property for about 8 years. And some of the cattle drives of going 72 miles, 14 days down to Filsom, New Mexico. I want to tour around the park with you sometime. And then also hearing from Nicia Crossan. Is Nicia here? Who's the director of the chamber. It's amazing, Nicia, to hear your stories about how your grandmother used to come up here and play baseball in the 1940s up on this property. And so just the connection of so many people here locally and how much this land means to everyone. Really excited that Department of Natural Resources can play a role in shaping this new state park. Thank you.
So just so we can acknowledge folks, could the members of the City Council raise your hands and be acknowledged, and the mayor as well? Let's thank our City Council. Our Los Animas Commissioners who are here, please raise your hands and let's acknowledge our Los Animas Commissioners. And our Parks and Wildlife Commissioners, if we have any others here, I know one is here, let's thank him. Thank you for being here. And I also want to show we have a number of terrific employees at our Colorado Department of Parks and Wildlife here, most of them in uniform, a few of them not. But let us all thank our great employees at Colorado Department of Parks and Wildlife. I also want to thank Jay Shimino for joining us as well here today. And as we mentioned, Senator Garcia, Representative Escar, and Senator Crowder. This is really exciting. Our state park system, and going from 41 to 42 state parks, the first park that'll be added in about 6 years, and the second largest park overall, is a huge opportunity for residents of Los Animas County to have additional recreational opportunities. An opportunity to attract people from across our state, across the country, and across the world to invest in our local economy here in southern Colorado. And that's really what this is all about. It's about the future. It's about enjoyment and who we are as Coloradans, enjoying the great outdoors. And it's about our local economy as well as connecting habitat and supporting diverse wildlife for generations to come. We don't want to delay the signing very much, but I'll be happy to take 2 or 3 questions before we sign the executive order and make it official. Any questions from the media? Good. I guess all of our speakers covered everything, right? Good. Now we will sign the executive order. And it's official. Yeah.